Hello and welcome to episode 29 of the Shakhtar to Glory Challenge. Before we jump into today's episode, please drop a sub on my channel, any likes on the videos, if you're enjoying the content, all that good stuff. I won't dwell on that too much, we do that every week, so yeah, all that good stuff. So today we play Chornomorets in the league. They are 6th. They lost their last game to Arsenal Kiev 2-0, so it has dropped them down the table a little bit. Obviously they were 4th when we left the last episode. But something has come to my attention with Kiev. We mentioned that they had a player last year who I think he got top scorer, didn't he, in the league? And we weren't really seeing him this season. It's Kravets. He's 29 years old now. And as you can see, he hasn't really featured for them this year. He's played 6 games off the bench, got 1 goal. Europa League, 1 goal, 4 games on the bench. And he's pretty much dumped into their under-21s. He's in the senior squad now, but you can see he has made a few appearances for the under-21s. He did have a bit of an injury, so that could be why. But this manager just doesn't fancy him at all, and he's actually transfer list. He's not transfer listed, but they've accepted. I'm not seeing it now, but he had some bids accepted from Brighton and Deportivo La Coruña, and I'm pretty sure he was on the verge of just going to Brighton. I was tempted to put a bid in for him myself, just purely because he's got pedigree at this division. He's Ukrainian as well, obviously would give us another homegrown option. But yeah, he got 30 goals in 27 games in the league last year. So before that, bit of a not a stop-start career really, not really scored many goals. But last year, 30 goals. I mean, that was phenomenal. Whether that was just because he had a manager he was playing under who enjoyed him and made him a focal point. This year they're playing something a bit different. Maybe it's not quite working out, but my scouts don't think much of him, so maybe he has declined. Maybe he's had 1 too many injuries, so maybe that's why. And he hasn't been played this year, and my scouts don't fancy him, so won't be going in for him, certainly not for 10 million. I'm quite happy with the striking options we've got, even if we do need maybe some more homegrown talent. So we're going to jump into the Chornomorets game. I've already lined up the teams. Obviously, we have got the Champions League draw for the first knockout phase after this as well. The reports are saying they're going to park the bus here, but we've got some players out there who can certainly try and break that down. So across the front, we've got 17, I think, Kolod now, playing him in more of a front three rather than the focal point. The lone striker. He's played the lone striker a few times, not quite there yet. Romero is in the middle, and then Paulinho to the other side. We've got Grichitskin and Freitas in the middle, with Sabol, Mikitsky playing the wing backs, and Ischenko, Ordet and Boltnikov coming in. And we've got the young Lazarev playing in goal, as long as that's not too many 7 foreign players. No, we've got a strong bench as well. Even though they're not all completely first team, they are very good players. And we're having the same issues we had last time, so we'll skip this and come back shortly. No, we're straight in. There we go. Literally was about to press on the stop recording button. But, I mean, it said they're going to park the bus. I wouldn't say they're necessarily playing more defensive and more sort of negatively than Kiev did last game. And Kiev were at home and second in the table, chasing and possibly looking to sort of claw back at us. So, a bit surprising, really. But we're going to come out here. We're trying to go on the front foot early doors and try and get a few goals in this game and settle the nerves and hopefully see if we can rattle Kiev a little bit more. We got the ball here still. Boltnikov, Grichitskin, Freitas, Mikitsky, Grichitskin, Freitas. Some good football. Romero, Sabal wins it back. Romero, another header, but I think it's hit the post there. So a good start, good positive, confident start, and hopefully we can just build on that. And we're hitting 60% possession, which in this shape and formation we don't normally do. But this team really aren't giving anything, are they? And I think that's offside. It is. Paulinho is actually offside, not Romero. So the first pass was actually the one offside. But we're still coming. I think the goal's just waiting to come, isn't it? And is that Romero on the end of that? It is. Paulinho with a shot, and Romero just looks to just hook it in there, pouring down with rain, as you can see. We don't mind. That's not a problem for us. Paulinho, I think it's a header. So good reaction. That's 2 headers in 2 games for him. So there's me saying he can't run the line and lead the line. Sabol nearly with a free kick. Yeah, he can't run the line and this and the other, but he's done well in 2 games now. Putting himself about, winning the headers. Obviously in this game, he's not playing as the lone striker. So it's a slightly different situation, but he's giving me something to think about, but he's missed a point blank shot there, and Paulinho's offside again. He seems to be the new Theo Walcott by the looks of it. He's still got time to go get better and improve, unlike Theo Walcott. Never quite made it. Paulinho, great finish, and it's a great ball by the young lad Kolod there actually. Great ball across. So we see here it goes out to Sabol. He finds Kolod down the wing. Managed to just beat his man there. First time cross and a simple header, and the keeper's not really even trying, is he? So 2-0. Don't really feel the need to go defensive at this point. I'm happy to quite go and get a few more goals here. I think that's what we should expect, really. As we just go into half-time, 2-0 lead. They haven't had a shot. I don't really see that changing, to be honest. How are Kiev doing? They're winning 2-0. Who's this Gonzalez fella? Paraguayan. He's been there a few years. He's quite a good player. I'm not sure he'd get into our team, but he'd maybe have a go. We'll let the assistant... The update there has made this give a defence, midfield and attack split. I'm sure that used to just be a select players and you had to drag a drop and made it a bit annoying, but they seem to have addressed that a little bit, and you can still do that as well if that is the way you want to go ahead with it. But second half kicks off. They suffer an injury here. You can see there their players are starting to fade a little bit with fitness, but ours are still going. Sabol, can he have a pop? No. Kolod, strange ball. Mikitski, Freitas, Paulinho, and we're playing some nice football, but it's very congested in there. Look, you can see. Is that a lone goal or is that Paulinho? Paulinho again. Great goal. Great cross. I think is it Sabol getting the deep cross from deep. He gets the ball back from Krashitskin. First time cross, and what a cross that is, and off the post. Great finish. And Paulinho, despite the couple of offsides we mentioned and comparing him to Theo Walcott at the start of the game, he's coming good. He's playing well. Kolod, unfortunately, has only got a 6.9, which I think is a bit... He's got an assist in this game. It's a little bit of a demeaning figure. We'll take Romero off. We'll bring Baraki on because he's just come back from injury. This gives him a bit of chance. Gives him sort of 20 minutes to sort of put himself about a bit. We will bring on Alan Patrick for Krashitskin purely for the yellow card. And we will bring on Manashev for Freitas. Just to give him some game time. So literally nothing's happened since the last... Well, since we did the subs. And I don't think much else is going to happen now. I think that's going to be it. Sabol, can he make a run? Kolod running down the wing. Bit of a weak cross, really. And I think that will be it. Maybe one last chance. No, it doesn't look like it. Ball's just a bit too long. And they're just thumping it away. They're quite content to settle for the 3-0 at this point and not concede a fourth. Paulinho, though, trying to change that. No. And we get what I did just notice as well, I forgot about because it didn't really come apparent. Our young goalkeeper, another clean. Well, not. I don't think it's another. He gets a clean sheet, gets a 7.1. So it's a good game there for him. I mean, to be honest, they only had one shot and it wasn't on target. So quite how much he had to do, I'm not quite sure. We'll go with that. They're happy with that. And we've got 2 days until the Champions League draw. We're still 10 points to Kiev. They did win their game 4-1 in the end. So we'll come back for the draw. So we are just jumping in here just before the draw. We're the day before the draw, I think. The day after the game. We've gone on a mid-season break. We don't come back until the 23rd of January. As you can see, our next league game is against Arsenal Kiev in 76 days. But obviously we do play the Champions League game during that time. So this is where we're okay. This is where we're at a slight disadvantage. I actually saw the February of the draw for Champions League. I've been saying we play it straight after the draw. In actual fact, we don't. We don't play it until February. It is our first game back, I guess, after our break. 2nd of February, 23rd of January. Yes, we get a few chance to get a few friendlies in and get the fitness back up. But we literally don't come again now until February, which quite a long time for me to try and feel through. We've got obviously a transfer window in that time as well, so we may well see some business in or out. But this is what I mean with this calendar setup. It's a strange setup. We now don't play for 2.5 months, so we'll continue through, we'll get to the Champions League draw. Are we a seeded team? We aren't. We're unseeded. So that's the first thing we're going to have to look to counter. Just try and get as well into Champions League as we can, just to improve our seeding, improve our coefficient, and just try and get into that top part of the group. Because obviously now, you can see there we're in with the likes of. There's some good teams in there, but there's teams like CSK Moscow that have scraped through. Who's in the top in the seeds? I mean, who there would we like? It's not easy to pick. Obviously, the one team we probably would pick is Porto, but even they were fantastic in our group. But we can't have them. I mean, who'd you pick there? Possibly Napoli. They're second in Serie A. Oh, it's a tough one to pick from, isn't it? Interesting to see Arsenal aren't there. My team, of course, and not something I'm keen to admit at the moment. It's a terrible situation. But let's just get into the draw. So CSK Moscow. So it's the unseeded teams coming out first. And we'll play at home first. They get Manchester United, so Manchester United are out of the way. Atletico Madrid, I'd probably like to see PSG and Barca disappear quite quick. Bayern, they are winning the Bundesliga. They are a team you tend to see fade away a little bit sometimes, and Leverkusen sort of start to dominate. Milan, pull Barcelona, so that's Barcelona out of the way. Lyon, get FC Porto, that's fine. Shakhtar, so we're up next, so we've got a choice of Juve, Paris Saint-Germain, Napoli or Real Madrid. I've got to say, I'd like Napoli. Juve are winning their league. PSG, I'd imagine, I don't have League One loaded up, but I imagine they're winning it. Real Madrid, a fifth. Interesting. I mean, you can't take away the players they've got and how good a squad they are, but perhaps they've got Alexis Sanchez. Perhaps they are in a little bit of a vulnerable position at the moment. We get PSG again. Oh, so we've got to try and avenge the same game, the same tie as last year. That's not what I wanted. Man City get Napoli, Liverpool get Juventus, and Tottenham draw Real Madrid. Obviously, in the Champions League this year in real life, I think they done the double over them, didn't they? Or certainly got some good results against them. So we've got Paris Saint-Germain. We'll play that in February, which is in about 70 days time. No, it's about 70 days time, something like that. So we'll play through, I'll try and play through that, and we'll come back for those games. I'll see you later.